Okay, I have no idea if I am live. It looks like people are on. So we're just waiting for our... Are we on here?
I guess. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I feel like we just did something really big.
I'm like,
and I see people in the chat.
What? Okay. Here for it. I'm like looking around at the buttons and stuff. I'm like,
can you see the chat too?
Yes.
Okay, you see it coming up over on the right side?
Yes.
I mean, this is amazing. What's up, guys?
We have no words. We're so excited.
Okay, so I'm just going to look on the phone and make sure it is on both of our channels. This is all I need
to know. Check it out.
Or you guys let us know in the comment how you're watching us. Because
hey, everybody.
Okay, I see mine. I see people watching. Let's go check you out. And I see... Oh, look, let me pause it because they're going to hear
I hear us.
Okay, so it's on your channel and it's on mine. Woo! We did it. Sorry, not to scream in your ear, guys.
I know.
How do we sound? Hi, Nicole and Jen. They said watch it on Jen's. Okay. Split screen. Beautiful. So I think we have it all working. I am completely amazed. I want you to know we did it, guys. We worked, but we figured this out.
More like Jen worked. She did everything.
No, we did it together. We got it.
Kudos to Jen.
Because they don't, surprisingly enough, with as big of a platform that YouTube is, you would think they would just have a button like go live, let somebody join in, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, it would be over. However, that is not the case. So we had to do some digging, some homework, some research. We had to get some stuff figured out, but here we are. That way we could come and chat with you guys. We get this question all the time. So here we are. So bombard us with your questions. I mean, look at this.
I know.
Did you see that? You can put the chat. If somebody asks a question, I could throw your question on the screen.
Oh my goodness.
I think you should be able to do it too. I don't know. In the future, guys, we're going to really have this nailed down. But so if somebody asks a question, we can pop it on the screen and then we can answer it. I did get a couple questions on Instagram, not many because people said they would be here. So, but we can kind of go through both.
I will tell you, I like how this shows the comments way better than the YouTube live.
I agree. I agree with that too. Yeah. And when somebody asks it, rather than us just reading it, or sometimes I'm reading the comments so fast and I'll answer it and I'm not like repeating the question. So everybody else is like, well, what is she talking about? This way you can pop it right on there. And that's awesome. Words are hard right now. So give me a minute, guys.
Well, it's Friday. It's okay. Everybody gets a pass on Fridays.
Yes.
How did you do that? How did you did you hover over a comment?
So it will show on mine. It says show and hide. So I can click on whatever try to click on one.
It won't let me click on a comment.
Okay. So because this one I scheduled this event, even though we both have the streaming software. So on the next one, then you would be, you know what I mean? You would schedule it and then in your studio, you'll get that. We'll talk about that off.
I mean, we can always say like, Jen, pop up so-and-so's comment. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Absolutely. Yes.
So that works. Hey, everybody. How's everybody in this Friday?
Hello. Jen, where do you get your Opti Greens and Reds from? First Form. Always have a link below.
Look at it.
Hey, girls, everybody's saying hello. So we won't pop all those on the things, but
Jen is tech savvy putting those comments up.
You guys are the best. Look forward to every new video. We love that. We love you guys. All right. One question I got, which I'm actually curious to hear your thoughts because I'm not sure if I remember it correctly. Somebody asked, how long did we know each other before, like converse online before we met in person? So the first time that we ever met in person was the New Orleans Keto meetup.
which was October of 2019.
19, right.
Yep.
So now I had already followed you on YouTube for years because of couponing. And then I had kind of stepped back from couponing. I had so much stuff and just had wasn't into it as much anymore. But then I started keto in January and of what year? So it must have been of 2019.
I was gonna say it was the same year because you came to the meetup in October and you had already started keto before then.
Yeah. So you started January 2019, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I did too. And I actually had happened on one of your videos a little bit after and was like, oh my gosh, she's doing it too, and restarted watching all the videos. So I don't know. We had talked back and forth probably on Instagram or YouTube for that period of time.
Yeah.
But then we met up in October of 2019, and then we've kind of been all over the country together since then. I was just talking about it with the family. I'm like, we've been to Vegas a couple times. We've been to Texas, Miami, New Orleans. We've kind of made our circle around.
And and we're planning on going more places together here soon.
1 month away.
Well, for our girls' beach trip, we're going on a beach trip, and then we're going to be doing our road trip, which I have mapped out, but I haven't booked anything yet. I really need to get on that because everything's booking up so fast.
Did we decide on September for that?
I'm thinking when did I plan it? It was either September or October. Yeah. Because
September or October. I knew you had said one or the other.
Because every time I go to look, Jen, I'm like, oh, let's go in July. And that's 4 months prior, not now, but I'm talking about when we've been talking about it. And then I get on there to look and everything is booked. Everything is booked.
Well, and I'm hoping and praying, I'm trying to be an optimist here that maybe if we do wait by October or something, maybe gas prices will go down. I filled my vehicle up for $91 this morning. It used to be $40 to fill my tank. So it's literally double. It's insane. And we're going to be driving this trip, guys. So we're not trying to break the bank. So that's
we're not trying to break the bank, but it's going to break the bank anyways. But
I know.
Okay.
I know. So, everybody's saying hello, 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 hello. And so we are seeing all you guys fly through the chat here, and hello back to all of you.
So October 7th through the 13th, I think is what I have planned.
That sounds like good dates to me. I see people talking about New York. Kathy, I don't think we're coming quite that far, honey. You might have to.
Look, I'm gonna go. I have our trip mapped out. Let me go grab it real quick. It's in the other room.
Go ahead. Okay, so I have not seen Nicole in a long time, and I subscribed. That's awesome. I am Jennifer. Hello, Jen. My channel is In with Jen. If you are brand new here, and if anybody is new and does not know Nicole, that is Nicole Burgess, and her channel name is Nicole Burgess. And on Instagram, she is Next Level Nicole. And after this is over, we'll link that stuff in the description box. What's your best advice for post-workout muscle soreness? There are a couple different things that you can do, but I will say no matter what, that I've never been able to find anything that just absolutely gets rid of it. As your muscles are tore down, they're going to be sore. As you break them down in the gym, you're going to get that, what they call DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. It just is part of the territory, but there are a lot of, muscle recovery, BCAAs, drinking those while you work out. That definitely helps. But there's a lot of different post-workout stacks that are available. What would you say?
I would say my main advice that I tell everybody is everybody thinks that if they're sore, they need to just lay up and sit up. Yeah. And that's the worst thing that you can do. You still walking helps me tremendously, especially after a leg day. So my legs are dusted, and I feel like if I just sit around, they're 10 times more dusted just sitting on my ass. So if I walk around, it gets your muscles working, and it just helps so much. So move your body, guys.
Post-workout cool down is extremely important just to help relieve some of that lactic acid and stuff that builds up in your muscles, and stretching, foam rolling. You guys know, of course, all of those things. I know a lot of people just kind of throw those to the wayside, but they will definitely help. But even in saying that, all of that, you're going to have some kind of soreness, and you just,
regardless.
You get through it. And I like it. I'm like, okay, I know I got a good one in.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. So
especially in like an area that, like, man, I haven't like been feeling it lately. And
as much, right.
And if you try something different and you're sore the next year, like, damn, it works.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
A good feeling. Hey guys. Carlene had a question, Jen. She said, we'll answer that one in a minute. But Carlene said, I'm trying to get started. It's so hard. And we get this question all the time. Like, what is the easiest way to get started? She's asking.
Well, the first thing is to not complicate things. Mm-hmm. I know that it can get extremely overwhelming at just being online. If you don't have a personal trainer that can tell you A, B, and C, and I mean, I am a personal trainer. I'm not saying that you even have to have one to start off, because I didn't. You can just go to Google and Pinterest and YouTube, but it will also be overwhelming. So you just get in there and start. I always suggest people start out with machines rather than free weights and barbells and dumbbells. One, because you're not going to have proper form. And if you start off wrong from the jump, you're going to have injuries that then, even as you progress down the road, it's just going to give you a way, way harder time. So because it'll keep reoccurring, on and on as you're working out, and set you up for a bad foundation. So I always suggest people just get in there, jump on the machines. They help with stabilization, just to, you don't have to go heavy. I can't even say it, because it's like, I get like really frustrated and passionate is both the words about this, because I think people think if they don't go in and they don't start off deadlifting some crazy amount of weight, that they don't feel like they're doing anything. Yeah. I get that comment a lot, and that is like the furthest thing from the truth. Getting in there and just having any kind of resistance training is going to benefit you. Start out on the treadmill, walk for a few minutes, jump on some of those machines, do lightweight, feel the form, feel the mind muscle connection, and then you can slowly build up. You can jump onto a program and start progressively overloading, but just get familiar in the beginning. Don't overcomplicate things. So that was a long-winded answer to just say, don't overcomplicate things.
I agree with Jen 100%, but just start. That's what, everybody's like Jen says, they just overcomplicate everything. And you see all these Instagrammers and YouTubers, and you see all these different things and all this information. It gets overwhelming. Trust me, there's so much information out there, and it can get overwhelming for Jen and I, as far as what we need to do in our journeys and like how to input that and make it beneficial for us. Just start. If you just move your body, and you weren't moving your body yesterday, and eliminate some bad stuff that was in your diet and replace it with good today, you did better than you did yesterday. That is winning.
Amen. Amen, sister. Preach.
Yeah.
Amen.
Go ahead and Jen, pop up Jay Marie's comment that you had up about the trip.
Here we go.
We'll get back to that.
All right. I know y'all said that y'all plan on stopping in Pensacola, but hoping I can get y'all to come to Mobile, Alabama, and do a drop into AMP Performance. Oh, I believe we talked before. Mm-hmm. We would love to have you ladies. I think she was either on our last live, or we maybe messaged on Instagram too. And I think we had talked about Alabama, right?
Yes. All right. So this is my plan. So as far as like where we're going, I'm trying to make it cost efficient driving wise. So like we're not driving to Egypt and then driving over here, and not only that, we don't have like 3 weeks to do this road trip, like we're doing this within like a week, which for Jen and I is a long time to be away from work, kids, mom life, wife life, all that. I mean, a week seems like a year, to us. So we're trying to like squeeze as much in as possible, but also be able to see as many of you guys as possible and make it enjoyable and cost efficient, if that makes sense, and not like go out of the way. So this is what I have planned. All right. Here, Jen doesn't even know what I have planned. This is going to be
I'm getting clued in right now with you guys. So let's do it.
So I thought that Jen and I would meet like halfway, like as far as like from me to her, and then that way we could drive together. So like I'd pick Jen up and like she could park and like we could go on our merry way and not like take two vehicles, obviously. So I thought maybe we meet up in like Gulf Shores area, which is not far from Mobile. So like if we wanted to like, go to the gym and check it out after we meet up, we can do that on our way. But our first destination after we meet up would be in Pensacola. So we're going to stay in Pensacola for just like a day. So it's just like get there, hang out, and then leave. And then we're going to go to Savannah. We're going to go to Savannah. Nice. And then we're only going to stay there a day. And the reason why I'm doing this is because like, it's not that far from like Gulf Shores to Pensacola. It's not far from Pensacola to Savannah. So we're able to drive. We're not in the car all day is what I'm saying. So we're able to drive, get there, have quality time, go to sleep, get up and drive and go to the next place.
Right. Absolutely.
Then from Savannah, we would go to Atlanta. I've never been to it. I've been to Atlanta at the airport. That doesn't count. So we're going to go there. Never been there. And then we're going to go to Nashville. And then we would go to Montgomery and then come back down to Gulf Shores. So like make a, like Gulf Shores here, go around, come back down, like a big square, basically. So,
I'm all in. Love it. Sounds
I know it's not like super widespread for a lot of you guys, but just with gas prices and time, we just can't, like it would be easier if things weren't as expensive to just hop on planes and go to certain destinations. And we might do that in the future, fingers crossed, if we get out of this craziness that we're in.
Right.
So.
Right. But for now, I think that sounds absolutely perfect. And if you guys are in the surrounding areas, and we'll say each day where we're going to be, you know what I mean? That's kind of a rough draft, but like what gyms we're going to be at or whatever, or where we're eating or whatever, wherever we're going to meet up with people, we will make sure to post that so that you guys know and that you have time to drive and meet us if you so wish to.
Yep. Because I know a lot of people said, hey, I don't want to like come and work out. I just want to come and like take a photo or,
which is completely fine.
Yeah. So like, we'll definitely do like a spot, like Jen said, as far as where we're going to eat, if y'all want to, come and get a photo, or if y'all want to, meet up or whatever, or if you want to come and work out wherever we're working out, we would love that too. So.
Absolutely. I have to throw this up because she's shouting out those 2.5 pounds plates. And that goes back to what we were just talking about. A lot of people think that you have to like go extremely heavy in the beginning. And what may get you results could be adding 2.5 pounds every single week. You don't have to just all of a sudden you're like curling 50-pound dumbbells. Right. You could start off curling 10-pound dumbbells, and in a couple weeks, or however long it takes you, don't put a time frame on it. As long as you know if you're pushing yourself or you're not. We all know the difference. Yeah. We know if we're just like, okay, we're doing this just to get through the workout, or are we actually progressively overloading? And could we do a couple more reps? Could we add, do a 15-pound dumbbell? The difference. And so just get in there, do what you can. And the one thing I'll say that I didn't do that I wish that I would have done had I known better was to keep track. I didn't. So I just got in there and I grabbed whatever dumbbell I was feeling in the moment. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so today I'm curling this. And then the next week, who knows if I even did the same one. I might have just grabbed whatever I was feeling that day and didn't really keep track of sets or reps or weight. And the key to building muscle is progressively overloading. So that would be key.
I wish I would have done that too. And I've only done that since the first of this year, as far as logging and tracking and keeping up with it. I wish I would have done it in 2019 when I first got in the gym, which I wasn't lifting like I am now, but even
that comes with time too. So that everybody knows it's part of the journey and evolving and growing. Nicole and I still learn stuff new every single day and still will. Like you're not even me, like going to school to become a personal trainer. There's so many different schools of thoughts on how to do one thing. And it doesn't mean that this person is wrong and you're right. There's more than one way to skin a cat and get the same results. The basis and the foundation of things like progressive overload, like that's just proven a million times over. That's what you need to do. But that doesn't mean that you deadlift the exact same way somebody else deadlifts.
Right.
Our bodies are different. The way that we have certain, it's just all different. So get in there and try and experiment with yourself. And that's the best thing.
And run your own race, guys. You like Jen was just talking about, like, you only need to compare, it's you versus you. You need to compare yourself to you. I've gotten a lot of shade lately here on the videos with, I'm 65 years old and I'm lifting way heavier than you. Go, girl. Like, go. Like, go beast, girl. You go. But I mean, I know from where I was.
That's even a little tricky too. People say that, but I will tell you, working out at a lot of different gyms, the amount of weights that you see somebody lifting does not mean that it is the same as even like, for instance, when you and I were in Planet Fitness in Miami, they had 2 lat pull downs right next to each other.
And they were different.
We were pulling down 100 pounds on this one, and 100 pounds over here was picking our body, our feet.
We couldn't even do it.
Our whole body weight hanging with our feet dangling. Could not, and we're clearly both over 100 pounds, and we could not with our full body weight pull that down. So machines are just different. And I'll tell you, just going around for these few gyms, I'm just like, the way the machines are set up could be a little different. So how you're pulling with your feet on one machine versus another. Like I was just doing hamstring curls, which I did lightweight today and higher reps because I was supersetting them. But I still couldn't do the full weight that I was doing on my machine at my old gym, like significantly different. And it feels different. It hits on my legs different. Like it used to hit, our old machine used to hit a little higher up my calves. And the way that you lay, you're like laying longer. It's so there's a lot of different things to, in short, saying that just because you see somebody on Instagram, doing the leg extensions at 100 pounds and you're like, oh, well, I'm only doing 60. Well, maybe your machine, the resistance that it's set at, whatever, it could be an older machine. The cables don't glide as easily. It could be a lot of things. So just don't compare yourself because it really doesn't matter. Your muscle doesn't know the weight. It only feels the resistance, and that's what it's fighting against. That weight number is for our head.
You know what's funny about that? About the weight number is my home gym, the Marcy thing that I have, it doesn't have weight on it. It has numbers. And it doesn't really tell you like how much each plate is. And it
could look that up. It will tell you.
I've looked it up and it says it's like 10, but 10 or so. But it automatically puts like what looks almost like 20, like 2 plates is stuck on there. And then you add the 1. So I'm like, is this 30? Like starting off with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know for sure, but what I've been like, you're so right on that. I've just been going on like how it feels. I'm like, I don't know. It might be 80, it might be 100, but that's what we're going with.
I was just going to say, one of my bodybuilder buddies from the old gym that trained people to go pro, a gym in Miami, he said they didn't have numbers on any of their machines. And they did that solely for, he was saying like on a week, like especially females, prior to our cycle, we normally are weaker during that time. That doesn't mean our muscles don't realize it. To them, you're still straining, you're still having resistance as you pull. So the number is really relative. So they wouldn't even put numbers on their machines. And I was like, dude, that's so genius, because we ego lift a lot of times. We're like, can we really get 90?
We ego lift, or we're hesitant lifters too.
Because you doubt yourself.
Right. Because you're like, there's no way I can do 100, so you do 80 and then you're just like doing 500 reps and you're like, oh, that was a great workout. Well, you could have done 100. Like I
did that with the leg press. For the longest time, I had 3 45-pound plates on each side. So 6 of them, because I never thought I could do 4. And then I was like, let me just put 4 on each side. So 8.
Well, I could tell you,
I was blown away that I actually like could do it and could do 6 reps like fairly easy. I say easy, but not easy. You know what I mean?
I'm a hesitant lifter when it comes to leg press, just because I hurt my back on it way back when. And I think every time I get on it, that's what I think of initially. Like, you're going to hurt your back. You're going to hurt your back. So that's why I've been so hesitant. And a lot of people come for me on my weight for that. But I finally have gotten up to 6 plates, I'm like, I'm trying to get to the however many on each side. And I know I could do it. Like you said, I know I could do it right now. I could do it.
Well, just today when I was doing 8 plates on there, I thought to myself, I really could go more. And then I thought, but why would I do that? Because I'm going to end up hurting my back. I'm going to pull something. And who am I proving something to?
Right.
But myself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm getting a killer workout by doing this. So I'm going to take my time. When I get to like 8 or 10 reps with ease at those plates, then I'll worry about progressing up.
That's why I haven't worried about it. Cause I'm like, what does it matter? Like, just because, I got 8 plates. Great. Like, I mean, this is all for me anyway, so it's like, why am I going to hurt myself just to like shout to the rooftops that I put 8 plates on the freaking leg press?
I'm about to post a reel that has to do with that too. We're way behind on comments. See,
I know, like we're like chatty Cathy's
running. Thank you.
So Robin said, just keep, you had that one up. Never mind. I'm behind too. I don't even know what's on the screen.
That was somebody. I forgot I put this up. Donna put, I'm researching my options to get certified in personal training. Any advice you wish you had gotten as you become certified? For me personally, the biggest thing, because a lot of times when you go to any of the schools, like I went to the National Academy of Sports Medicine to get my certification, they immediately want to try to push other certifications and you to sign up for other programs. And I did, because I wanted to be a nutrition coach also, but I did it way too quick. So I didn't even really like fully let all the training knowledge I had just learned kind of sink in, because I immediately jumped into another program and it was just like information overload, So then once I had finished my nutrition coaching, I didn't even jump right into personal training for all of you guys that have followed me, because I was doubting myself and what I had learned. And I really kind of like put it off to the back burner until I started being mentored by people in my gym that have trained forever and then trained me and just kind of taught me the ropes and helped me get a little bit of my confidence back in because that was totally the wrong thing to do. So, and I know a lot of the schools do that. So first and foremost, just take your time and really learn it, because you have other people's bodies and lives in your hand. And I don't take that lightly. People can get injured. People are really trying to change their life and change results. It's not just about a business or making money. Of course, I want to do that. This is what I love to do. And I want to earn a living and support my family off of it. But I don't want anybody to get hurt, and I want them to actually get the results that they're looking for, because that's why they come to a personal trainer. That's why they come to a coach, whatever the case may be. They want to actually change their lives and look better, feel better, and live longer. And that's the goal. So really take that into account.
Yep.
I feel like I go on like long tangents. I'm Italian and I talk a lot. So what's up, buddy? I'm on live still. It's okay though. You're good. Kids, summertime.
Oh, I know. Look, mine are in the living room right here. So I'm like, and like nobody's in there except for, I'm like, Saint, watch the kids, Like,
Saint, watch the kids. I miss Saint.
Hey, Saint. Somebody was
Anna Marie says that she used your Popville code to get some bikinis, and they look super cute. If you guys did not, it's summertime. If you guys didn't catch her bathing suit videos, go check them out.
Sleeping on it, because I already have started packing. Jen knows how I am.
Yes.
And I have already started packing for our beach trip. And out of the bathing suits that I packed 2 from Popville and 1 from Cupshe. That's
really? I ordered some from Shein, which can kind of be like touch and go. Most of their stuff honestly is pretty good though.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed with Shein. So I put that poll on Instagram because the last Shein haul I did on YouTube, not many people watched it because a lot of people are scared of ordering, which I was too. That I didn't order for months because I was so scared of like the sizing and stuff. But I feel like you guys shouldn't be scared because it's not, the sizing really isn't far off than like
if you go through the reviews, they'll tell you if you need to size down, and just go with whatever the majority is saying. Size up, size down. My girls ordered from it for like a hot minute. They were on the bandwagon before I was.
The comments have never let me down as far as like the sizing. It's
same.
Spot on. And I just did a haul for our trip and I got some good stuff. So I am going to film it and post it. So that should be coming to you guys soon.
All right, let me jump to Robin first because I think I passed her. I'm excited to go up 1.25 at a time with those add-on clips. A little
Those
progress
clips.
is progress. It adds up over the course of weeks. Amen. Amen. Raise the roof, Robin.
Those clips, like, they're expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like, it took everything in me to pay for. I got the 2.5 pounds. They do, like Robin said, they have the 1.25 ones. They have the 2.5s. And I got the 2.5s, but it's worth it to me because I'm like, the dumbbells are way more expensive, and
right.
And I'll definitely use them. And you're progressing. So like, if you go up the 2.5 pound plates, if you put a 2.5 pound on each side, that's 5 pounds a week. And if you keep adding that 5 pounds a week, that's tremendous progress. And people
absolutely
knock it all the time. I swear, like, I follow a lot of like bodybuilder guys on Instagram, and they always preach it. And they have like reels with them putting their little 2.5 pounders, and they're funny. And I get the same looks when I put 2.5 pounds on Planet Fitness. People are like, "What is she doing?" I'm like, "Go somewhere." Like,
right. Mind your business. I'm doing my reps. You do yours. Thank you very much.
We're making progress over here. Like, next week we won't do 2.5 pounds. We'll put 5s on there. Like, so
absolutely.
You don't worry about what everybody else is doing, guys. Do what's best for you.
Absolutely. Ever since the high school kids took over my Planet Fitness, I've been jumping in with the big guys that I used to be super intimidated by. Now I'm seeing a side of me that I never knew existed.
Yes.
That is huge. I love that, because so many people think like, well, I don't want to weight train, one, because I don't want to look bulky if I'm a woman. That's not going to happen, guys. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. Cannot stress that enough. That's one. And two, weight training is so much more than your physique, guys. The confidence that it gives you when you realize that you can lift some heavy ass weight on something, or you can go up in reps, or you just feel your workout, whatever it is that you're doing, and you feel strong while you're doing it. There's nothing else that can give you that. It's so amazing for your overall confidence in mind.
And strength training is going to make you get stronger and live longer, like, period. So
absolutely, it's going to aid in weight loss.
Exactly. It's going to aid in weight loss. You're going to lose fat, replace muscle over time. Again, consistency, and it's not a quick fix. Over time, you have to be diligent with it over time. There is no magic pill. But I know, Jen, you've probably gotten this as well, but I've gotten many comments about, oh, you look too bulky. You're starting to look like a guy, stuff like that. And what you guys don't realize is the pictures that we post, like on Instagram or on our thumbnails, those are posed pictures. Like, that's not how
post-workout. Post-workout with the pump. You don't just walk around looking like that. No, you don't. And maybe after years, you do look a little more like that, if that's your goal.
Right.
If that's your goal, you can make it to that degree. I mean, you're not going to walk around just looking like completely shredded all the time, pumped at all times, unless you're probably doing some enhancers or something.
Exactly.
Which, hey, that's whatever floats their boat. I don't care.
No.
But I mean, for me, I want to walk around with definition. That's my cup of tea. That's what I'm gunning for. So those are the gains I'm gunning for. But you don't necessarily have to do that.
But I feel like
still build muscle and be healthy, all of that, without having to deadlift 400 pounds. You know what I mean? You don't have to get to that degree.
I see all the time ladies saying, I want to get toned, and they're doing just straight up cardio. I'm like, you're not going to get toned doing cardio.
Never.
You have to strength train and lift weights to get
the only thing toning is building muscle.
Exactly.
And that tone, I'm not sure where that came from, but all that means is that your muscle is enlarging.
Yeah.
That's what makes you look. You're dropping fat, you're getting leaner, and you're building muscle. That is it.
But ladies out there, like, in order for us to have those pictures, I mean, my heart rate is like up the roof when I'm posing, because you're holding your breath, you're trying to pop out your muscles. Like, the best poses that you can get, obviously, because me and Jen both like share with you guys are raw and real. Like, it's not always like, oh, we look like this all the time. Like, we definitely show you guys that we're real people, and I have loose skin, I'm saying, from being overweight the majority of my life. Like, I'm not perfect by any means. I never claim to be. But when I get comments with, oh, you're looking bulky and this and that, I'm like, I'm not walking around like that all the time. That's just when
I would tell them thank you.
I know, but
your girl works hard for those pumps at the end of her workout.
Exactly. But I feel like
it.
Same, but I feel like some ladies get scared of picking up a dumbbell, period, because that's what they think, and it's just false,
With time, I feel like that's slowly dissipating. The more that women work out and post online and they see you, just in your everyday life. Like, I think that
I feel like it's the most right now. Like, I've been seeing so many women, older women, which I am here for 100%, not worried about the damn scale. And they're like, look, I want to be on this planet as long as I can. I'm in my 60s. I'm picking up the damn weight. I got to do something to get strong, because if I'm not strong as I get older, what am I even doing?
Absolutely. The majority of my clients are between 30 and 60, and every single one of them almost in the 90th percentile, all strength train.
Yep. Have to.
And if you are going to be one of my clients, I'm recommending that you strength train, because I know what it does for the body, for the health, for weight loss, for everything. But speaking of a workout program, here you go. You can read the next one.
So when are we getting a collab workout program from you two? I absolutely pay for that. Here for Jen Nicole Chat's motivation. That would be fun.
Question all the time. I've had people reach out and ask me that. I'm like, maybe one day we'll put our brains together. Maybe we'll brainstorm on our beach trip. See if we can't come up with something.
Think about that. That sounds like a good idea. I like it.
So you never know what's in store in the future with us, guys. You guys just got to keep on following until you hear the goods.
Especially when we meet up and get together, because then we got more time to chat about stuff and all. So.
Yes. So how do you stay motivated? The number one question, hands down, above anything else that I get, is how do you stay motivated? I was very motivated in the beginning when obese, and the changes were dramatic. Now I'm a healthy weight and my changes are slower, and it's harder to stay motivated. You want to take that one away first?
Yeah, because I actually, this question is what I vlogged today.
Is it really?
It's exactly. So like, if y'all watch the vlog on Monday, y'all going to be like, I already heard it. So I've been unmotivated all week. This week has been a struggle bus as far as motivation. And like I said in my vlog, that I am more unmotivated than motivated most days. And you have to turn motivation from coming from being motivated, like you said, because you were in the beginning, you were overweight. That was your drive to get going. It motivated you to do better. Once you start to lose the weight and get to like a maintenance weight or even a lower weight, you have to turn that motivation into discipline, and just know that in order to not go back to your old self, you have to be disciplined and just freaking do it each and every day, whether you want to or not, and you have to have that will and that drive. And it's hard. It's hard to get to that spot. And difficult. I get that. But if you want results, you have to stay consistent. It can't just be, I'm going to go hard for 6 months, and then the other 6 months in the year, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want, and you're back to square one, So in order for you to keep the weight off or go forward with your fitness weight loss journey, you have to turn it into discipline. And what I always go to as far as motivation, so many of y'all motivate us, Jen and I, with your comments, your support, your love. I say this all the time. If it wasn't for YouTube, I don't know if I'd be sitting in this chair right here. I don't know.
I was just going to say, the number one thing I always tell anybody if they're struggling with motivation is to find some kind of accountability, because a lot of times we'll give up on ourselves before we will other people. And so you guys all are accountability for me. I know that I have people watching. I know that I am leading by example. I know that people depend on what they see from me to help move them along. And that is motivating and accountability for me. My kids are watching me. I want to live longer for them. So accountability is huge. Either in your life, I am blessed that my husband also works out and we hold each other accountable. I have my best friend here that helps hold me accountable, and vice versa. Same thing. That is huge, because a lot of times when you're just sitting on the couch, and you just would rather watch whatever show, I have you guys pop in my head. Like, get your ass up and let's get moving. I've done it so long at this point. It is just who I am. And I feel worse not doing these things than just making myself go do them. But it takes a long time to get to that point.
It does.
So it does. Use whatever motivation that you can. I am somebody that I will just if I start telling myself I'm a sissy, quit crying. If it was so easy, everybody would do it. My husband would tell me that too, because he knows that quick how to get me fired up, come on, Pansy, let's go, and immediately that's just my personality. But whatever it is that fires you up, music, Go watch some kind of video that reminds you why you started this journey in the first place. Cause you're not always going to feel pumped.
Motivated. No.
I mean, probably more often than not.
I have tons of motivation, but the one that I always keep in my back pocket is if I had any negative doubts, these early morning leg workouts have been freaking horrible as far as getting out of bed. I mean, once I get in there, I feel killer and beast, but always the getting up and getting out of bed is the worst part of the actual whole part. But the thing that I think of and I flash in my head is, do you want to feel like you did before? Do you want to ever feel like that again? Like I felt
I'm ready to go work out. That fires me up. I'm easily fired up though.
Same. But but I always have that flash in my head because I can feel it right now how I felt. And I never want to feel like that again.
Absolutely.
So I always think of that.
And if you do take a couple days off from on-plan eating or a couple days off from working out, for me anyways, and I know that you're the same because we've talked about it at length, like we can't wait to get back on track. Like we've done it for so long now and we know the feelings on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So we can't wait. Like we need our routine. We need our structure. We need our food that fuels us. We need to get our butts moving. Like we need those things I can't like function in life properly now.
Yeah. I told my
alternative. So
it's funny you said that because I'm going to be like the opposite of what I told her. But my aunt for the beach trip, she's like, there's a gym like not far from where we're staying and this and that. And I was like, girl, I am not working out.
Yes, we are. Yeah, you are. At least one. We're going to be there like 5 or 6 days. I feel like we need at least one.
I was like, I'm not working out.
Gotta do it.
I need a break. I'm just going to focus on my steps, but we'll probably be in there at least one
We'll
day,
do it at least once. I'll go with her if you want to stay and hang by the pool.
No, she's not going. She was looking for it for us.
Oh, she just wanted us to do it.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'll do it for her then. Okay.
She was like, I looked up gyms for y'all.
Oh, nice. Like, I mean, look, she's worried about our health though,
I know. I was like, girl, we can take a break. But look, I've already got like our breakfast is planned and our lunch is planned.
You do. See, this is why I don't have to worry about it. Anytime we go on trips, Nicole always plans everything. I'm just like, Nicole, what's the itinerary? And she gives it to me and we're good.
So paranoid.
We know our strengths and weaknesses and we just let each other roll in that. So that's where we're at.
I've been so stressed about
this planner.
I've been so stressed about this trip because, I'm like stressed about staying anywhere now because I get played every time we go somewhere.
Oh my gosh, don't say that.
She's talked to the owner on the phone like multiple times and like the owner's already like sent her all kinds of stuff. So like she's legit. It's a legit place. So I'm like, we've got breakfast and lunches planned and stuff. We can have some real food versus freaking fast food all the time.
He's hanging over here in the corner. He really had to make a debut, guys. So here he is. He can't hear you though because you're on the headphones. I have to show this one because Nicole has some new info.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. Let me get my sheet. Look, trying to be prepared like I know what I'm doing. Okay, guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, Lori does. That's why she said that. I already posted. They posted today the flavors that are dropping next Tuesday. They have a new ice cream-based launch that's coming for American Dream on Tuesday. And I'm getting the flavors ahead of time. They should be delivered tomorrow. Fingers crossed. They should have been delivered earlier, but they had some kind of special flavor that they had to wait for the ingredient to come to make the batches.
I'm so excited.
I know. They make, I know we're like such nerds. They make
such nerds over nut butter.
They make everything, as you guys know, like fresh to order. So like this stuff isn't made and just sitting on a shelf. It's like they make it and they ship it, like cater to your order. It's crazy. Except for like the initial launch, they make so many of them. But they didn't have them made in time for the ambassadors to get them ahead of time because they were waiting on this ingredient. They knew it would be ahead of time for the launch, but not for anybody that was going to taste test it. So I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, but I plan on Father's Day night doing a taste test if it comes in. But they've got, let me tell you the flavors. They've got 2 new almond butters. All of them are new. This is a whole new launch. There's no like returning. This is the first time they've done an ice cream based flavor launch. This is crazy. 1 cashew butter, 2 almond butters, and 1 peanut butter. So the almond butter is cookies and cream cheesecake is one of the almond butters. Coffee toffee twist almond butter. What? The cashew butter.
Sean's favorite for sure.
Yeah, it's got pretzels in it. It looks really good. The cashew butter is chocolate hazelnut ice cream cake, and it's a layered cashew butter. And then butterscotch sundae peanut butter.
Which one are you most excited for?
I think I'm most excited about the peanut butter, honestly, because their peanut butters have been fire lately, and butterscotch sundae just sounds bomb. I'm always excited about the cashews. That's my jam. But this one looks good. I'm not going to lie. But, we got to try it first. Just because they sound and look good, doesn't mean they always pan out.
Right. So you're going to do your taste test on Sunday evening on Instagram?
I'm planning. If they come like they say tomorrow night, if it wasn't tomorrow night, we're going to watch Jurassic Park. We're going to go do that and go out to eat for Father's Day, just us. If it wasn't for that, I would do it tomorrow night, but we won't be back home in time. But Sunday after we're going
to go see Top Gun because you said it was really good.
So good. If you haven't seen
I told them you said it was really good. So I think that's what we're going to do.
If y'all have not seen Top Gun in the theater, you have to see it. You have to see it.
Yes.
If you're like an OG and you know what we're talking about.
Yes. And just so in case there's anybody new on here, her Instagram handle is @nextlevelnicole. So that's where the live taste testing will be. Yes. I am not getting them first this time. So I am not going to be tasting them, but we're always spot on. So whichever ones you tell me are good or what I'm ordering. So you could take that to the bank. Hello, Veronica. So happy to catch some of the live while on the road.
Yes.
She is driving a truck. I'm struggling with. Oh, look, I didn't put this up.
I know we're so
used to actually tell. Now I just figured out how to tell if they are watching from your channel or mine. So this is somebody from your channel. I just figured this out. It's like a new epiphany here. I'm struggling with figuring out my macros. Do either one of you help figure out macros? Love you both. Shoot, yes, sister.
Somebody was answering that comment. I saw some people were saying, but yes, I'm going to be redoing my entire website because it's definitely outdated, and I have to get my person to do that because Jen knows I know nothing about technology. So
hey, we managed to pull this off. So
I don't know how I'm a YouTuber. I don't even know, but
we got this one done.
Look, YouTube has made me a YouTuber because anytime I don't know something for YouTube, I YouTube it.
That is the same for me too, though.
But I'm going to revamp my website. But yes, if you go to the shop tab on NicoleBurgess.net, then you will see that I have custom macros. I have other different macro combos that you can get on there. And I do that all the time. So constantly doing custom macros for people if you are interested.
Absolutely. Not sure if you've already answered, but how do you get started with working out or having a workout routine? I feel so overwhelmed. I took a long-winded answer. Do you want to give them a short recap?
We said just start.
That's the easiest, which sounds so annoying if you're like the person asking. It really is like, well, thanks, because there's
that was not helpful. So Jen said just start, and she said to start off with machines versus picking up weights and doing that kind of stuff until you got comfortable to go into what we like to call the intimidation zone.
Because in the beginning, you're not progressively overloading from day one. You're just trying to get familiar with a good foundation and to get form down. But more importantly, you're trying to build a habit of showing up. And so I don't care how much weight you lift or what you progressively overload if you only go 1 day a week. Because that's, you know what I mean? Or you don't show up for 3 weeks in a row, and then you go for 2 weeks, and then you don't for 3 months. And so consistency and showing up is the first habit that you have to build. So just start getting in there 4 or 5 days a week, start moving your body 45 minutes a day, start walking a couple days a week, whatever. Just start building that into your routine and becoming a part of who you are. Slowly building that foundation, guys, because health is a lifelong thing. Yeah. Gunning for longevity is forever, from now till you leave the earth. So it's not like, oh, I just need to hurry up and get a quick 6-week program and then all my ails will be fixed when it comes to health and wellness. That isn't how it works. So just start slow. Don't get overwhelmed. Jen, just start moving your body.
Pop up Anna Marie's comment if you see it.
I do see her a couple on here. She said
the one that says
pop that one up.
The one that says, can you talk about how you're managing nutrition and being comfortable with high calorie and carbs?
Yes. Here we go.
And I don't know if that's targeted towards Jen or me, probably me, because I'm more higher carb than Jen. But I will answer that because I get this a lot here lately as far as calories and carbs. So somebody was talking about, you know, oh, had a comment on a video here lately about, oh, I'm jealous about all that you get to eat and this and that. And as far as the what I eat in a days are the weekly vlogs and when we showcase the food, a lot of the meals, my breakfast, lunches, and even dinners can fit in a calorie deficit macro profile for sure. It's just when I add the desserts and the snacks and stuff to where I get my extra calories to meet my maintenance calories, but I'm still keeping my meals relatively the same I would on a cut, or, you know, maybe a little bit higher, but not much. But you guys can
maybe a little bit bigger portions. You could always, you know, decrease the portions. Yeah. And also remember, you're not going to probably find any YouTuber or anybody that you're following that's going to have the exact same macros as you. So you have to just realize, you know, follow them with that in mind and realize that you can tailor whatever you see them doing to fit you, to fit your macros, to fit your workouts, to fit your lifestyle. It doesn't have to be a cookie cutter approach and be the exact same thing you see Nicole doing or I. But to piggyback off of this question, because I had one on Instagram, somebody had asked, how do you, what was the question? I think something about space out the carbs throughout the day, which I don't try to do that. So I didn't know if you had some more insight on that, because as you know, carbs are not my focus. What is your best tip for balancing carbs throughout the day?
I think people are asking that question again because they see so much information on the internet with when you should prioritize carbs, post-workout, pre-workout, all this stuff. And, you know, guys, at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. And yes, we want to have protein, you know, after strength training. You don't want to wait.
Protein is the most important macro when you're trying to build muscle or for longevity in life, which I know that word gets played out too.
Prioritize your protein and, you know, be in a calorie deficit if your goal is to lose body fat, you know, but make sure that you're hitting your protein. So that's what I tell my clients that I coach or anybody that I make custom macros for is to just work, because they get so hung up with, oh, I didn't hit my fat. Oh, I didn't hit my carbs, or I'm way under this.
Same.
Carbs and fat does not matter. Carbs and fat does not matter. What matters is you hitting your protein goal, especially if you are strength training. And if you're wanting to lose body fat, stay under those calories. When I say stay under those calories, I mean, stay like right under them. I don't mean if you're at 1,800 calories, eat 1,200 calories. You need to be eating your food. Food is fuel, especially if you are strength training. If you're wanting to build muscle and lose fat, you have to eat. And if you don't want to damage your metabolism over time, you have to eat. And
I like to tell people to try to be consistent with calories, to maybe have like a window 50 under or 50 over. You know, it could be whatever, but you can't be like,
you can't
I have a lot of clients, you know, that, okay, let's say 1,800 just for an example. And then they think that they could do 1,200 on this day, 1,400 on this day, and 2,200 on this day. Well, you're not going to see results with that big of a gap in window because you don't know what's working and what isn't working. And 1,200 is just too low, you know, for most people. Maybe not everybody. There's always different circumstances. But I will say too, for targeting carbs and fat, I don't think for the majority of people, unless you are insulin resistant or diabetic or whatever, then of course you're going to focus on carbs in a different way than the majority of the people. Or if you are going to compete and you are leaning out with so many weeks to go, then you are going to fine tune your fat and carb number a lot more heavily than just somebody on a normal weight loss journey.
Right.
As long as you are prioritizing protein and calories, the rest of your
wherever they lie, they lie.
I mean, make sure that you're getting enough fat to keep your hormones rocking and rolling and good, but that doesn't take a lot. And then have the rest of your calories come from carbs.
And as far as being comfortable with carbs, because a lot of people still, I mean, I've been eating carbs. I've been off of keto for over a year now. And I still get the question with like, I just can't get over you eating all these carbs. Well, I mean, first off, I try to eat the healthiest carbs that I can. I mean, y'all see me eating strawberries out the ass just because it's low calorie and high volume, and it's the good fruits and vegetables are good for you. I mean, y'all should not be so demonizing against fruit. Fruit is awesome, like all fruits,
right,
you know.
Right.
It's when you're
don't hate on a banana.
No,
remember how bad we were like stressed to eat a banana when we were doing cyclical keto. So I understand it.
Yeah, it's hard coming from a keto mind space to carbs, but you just have to start thinking that food is fuel and I'm eating this to fuel my body in the right way. And if you think of it like that and you're not eating, guys, where you get in trouble is when you combine carbs and fats together, high amounts of carbs and fats. Think about your candy bars. Think about ice cream, all these indulgent things. If you look at the nutrition label on those things, they're high in fat and they're high in carbs. There's hardly any protein in that shit, none. So when you think about it like that, then you're getting, carbs are not the enemy if you're eating them the right way. If you're eating candy bars and ice cream all the time, like 24/7, then yeah, that's bad for you. But if you're getting carbs from whole foods, whole grains, oatmeals, breads, even that kind of stuff, it's going to fuel your body in the right way. Like you're not going to gain fat from that, you know?
Preach, sister, preach. Here's one. Has weightlifting helped with loose skin?
It has, but I tell people all the time, because I have a lot of clients that they're worried about the loose skin. And look, I have loose skin. Has it lessened while strength training? Yes. Will it ever go away completely when strength training? Maybe in 10 years if I keep on with this. I don't know, you know, over time. But somebody that's went from being very, very overweight, let's say like over 300 pounds, and you've lost drastic amounts of weight. Some people, there's no other option than to get the skin removal surgery and to continue strength training, though, because you want to still have that muscle, even though you've gotten the skin removed.
The muscle will help fill the skin out a little more. As the muscle enlarges, it will help. But the one thing that I tell people, because everybody's in a rush to lose 100 pounds or 50 pounds, the faster you lose it, the more loose skin you'll have. Because over time, like if you just are on a slow weight loss plan and you're losing weight healthily over a gradual period of time, your skin will have time to adjust, so to speak, so that as it goes down. But if you just lose an ish ton of weight really quick, then your body isn't going, that elasticity isn't just going to go down and adjust like that. So you do end up having more loose skin. And the main areas that women tend to is under our arms, on our belly, and the inner thighs. That's where I have seen people, struggle with it the most. But I just had this conversation with a client the other day. You've never met anybody that would say, I'd rather have the 100 pounds back on to get rid of the loose skin. You'll never hear that from anybody. So even if, you know, because people have that fear, and I understand it, because you get all that hard work, you know, done, and then you're like not happy with what you're left with, but you're going to be happier. You're going to feel better, and you're going to be happier than you were with the extra 100 pounds on. So absolutely, you know, and skin removal is always an option if you have like severely loose. I mean, if you don't, whatever, that's to each his own. I don't judge anybody. I say absolutely get whatever you need to get done, but that is always an option. But to try to not be in a hurry is my main thing. You know, you don't want to lose a large amount of weight really, really fast. That's just going to make it worse.
But I also want to mention this, because I think this is important, and I've been trying to preach this a lot lately, is that we as females, especially, and that's mainly our platform is mainly females. We have males that watch as well. I'm not hating on my male guys, because they're always like, you're leaving me out, but we have a majority of females. We need to normalize cellulite. We need to normalize loose skin. We need to normalize wrinkles, aging. I mean, when has it become like you have to be perfect? You know what I'm saying? Like they're in what defines
because unless you're 18 and lifting weights, you know, your skin's going to be tight and this and that, and maybe not even, you know, but the whole social media and filter world has contributed to that some too. But I think women are starting to embrace it more. I mean, I don't know. That's a whole nother topic I won't even get in. So never mind. I'm just going to pretend I didn't even have that thought and stay off of that controversial topic.
Do I like it? No. But I mean, I feel like we have been taught as a society not to like those things about ourselves too, which is not right. You know what I mean? Because we all have it, you know? So, you know, and I try to point that out sometimes in my stories, you know, especially if I see it, you know, I'm like, man, okay, my loose skin's really flapping in this story. Let me post it, you know, like, because I'm like, because I get the comment all the time, like, oh my gosh, it looks effortless. You look perfect. I'm not. And
No,
if I ever
none of us are.
We've never claimed that, but I want you guys to know that we all have our own insecurities about our own
absolutely
bodies. We all have negative thoughts.
Anybody you see online does. Even if you think, you know, their body goals are perfect, believe me, they have their things that they are not feeling 100% about all the time. That's part of just being a human, especially for us ladies that have had children. You know, you're not going to have carried 1, 2, 3, however many multiple children, or the majority of people won't, and just look like a snatched 18-year-old. You know, that's not normal.
Look, we're going to look our best version of ourselves.
Amen, sister. Do y'all ever take deload weeks in your programs? Hold on, let's see. Oh, I've lifted weights for a few years now and watched both your YouTube's videos. Love seeing your progress. Do y'all ever take deload weeks in your programs? Not as often as I should. Should have started it way longer ago. It is important to do. However, I think people can we are good at like giving ourselves excuses, you know, so you can't let it become that. And I don't think that you just need a whole week off. I think that's counterintuitive to what we're trying to do, you know, just overall in health and fitness. I don't think that you need to just like take a whole week off and do nothing. Do you maybe need to do that once a year if that's for your mental whatever? Like, you guys know I'll be the first one to like take a step back if I feel like I need to and regroup or whatever. But I know myself. I know if it's just some kind of bullshit excuse, or if I'm really feeling like for my mind and my body and everything is screaming to just like slow down for a second or take a couple days off. I still move my body every day. I still get my steps in. Like, I'm not just sitting on my rump doing nothing. You know, I don't think that. So as long as you don't like confuse that with a deload week, a true deload week is just really lessening the weight. You're still putting resistance on your body. You're still showing up and working out. You're just not putting as heavy of a load. So
I don't, to answer the question, I don't do deload weeks either. Pretty much exactly what Jen said. Like, if I feel like my strength's just not there on that particular day, I'll just not worry about progressing up on the weight, just do the same exact weight and reps that day. So I say, hey, look, at least we did that. We didn't go lower, you know? But I try to push myself every single time I work out. But if I feel like it's really bad and the strength's not there, I'll just keep it the same. But I don't do it.
I'll be on you to start a deload week soon enough.
I know I need to do one.
I won't. I'm not going to let you get away on that one, sister. I can't answer every single comment, guys, because we've already been on here an hour and we'll be here for all day. So I apologize if I didn't bring yours up. This one I am popping up really quick because do you have a video on why you stopped keto? I feel like we both did at some point, but I wouldn't know where to point it to. But we just, to answer it in short, we both evolved and grow. And as you know better, you do better. We started with cyclical keto. We kind of both went on the same journey. We went on a low carb 6-week cut, both of us at the same time. And it just kind of progressed from there.
If you type in short. Yeah, if you type in Nicole Burgess low carb cut, I have the whole series. In the very first video, I talk about why I'm leaving keto in that video. You know, but keto did so much for myself. I know it did so much for Jen. We've learned so much from doing it. Did I do it way longer than I should have? Absolutely. You know, you live and you learn. And like Jen said earlier, we're a constant sponge. We're constantly learning about nutrition, fitness, and health, and being the best versions that we can for ourselves and trying to spread that with you guys as well. So
are hydro jugs dishwasher safe? I can't say if they are or not. I honestly
I've never put it in the dishwasher.
I'd wash all of mine in the dishwasher.
Oh, always. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not saying that like as soon as I tell somebody that their dishwasher will be like crazy high powered and mess their jug up. But I wash all of mine in the dishwasher, but it's probably not really good. You probably shouldn't wash plastic in the dishwasher, but I do, and I'm still alive. So that's just my own.
I don't care about that, but I've always hand washed mine just because I wasn't sure if like they would melt, because I've had that happen.
No, I washed them all in the dishwasher. Nobody has time to hand wash that.
Have you seen the new blooming one? It looks so pretty.
Oh my gosh, did the new floral box thing. I'm like, I need all of that.
I know. I'm like,
Have you
I just
ladies
bought
heard of ketones?
I just bought the
Yes,
other ones.
we have heard of ketones, and no, I've never taken them. Yeah, I've never taken them. This is, I can get my portions, I'm guessing, up, and then my calories are higher. Kathy, we're going to chat because I just was going over everything. Oh, look, I can hit my protein.
I was going to say, she's meant to say
my calories go over. Well, that's not because of your proteins. It's because of the other things that you're eating. The protein calories are not making you go over. I mean, I just know because I can see what you eat. So that's why I know, because she's one of my clients.
And protein has less calories per gram than fat.
Right. It's more of the snacks, which I'm actually, when we jump on our Zoom, Kathy, I'm going to point out some things that can be changed to help that. So we'll go over that privately though. I can get to a low
body fat
and still have the underarm fat. I've never been overweight either.
Well,
a lot of people, what they think for underarm fat is everybody is going to have skin there because you have to have skin to stretch when you pick your arm up. If it was so tight that there was no skin here when you closed your arm, you wouldn't be able to lift your arm up. You know what I mean? So you can see girls that are literally shredded, and when they close their arm, they will still have a skin roll here, but that isn't fat. But for people that have lost weight, that's like the number one place that people that have lost a significant amount of weight carry loose skin is in their underarms. And I know that ladies like struggle with it. Yeah, because I know it can be super annoying for all of us. I had gastric bypass surgery in 2009, and I've gone from almost 385 to 190. Holy hot hell, you go. Back to 290 now, but that, don't discourage yourself. I always tell people, if you have done it once, then that means you are able. You know how to do it. So you just got to get yourself back in gear.
40 pounds to go.
90 now, 40 pounds to go. I have skin removal at the end of the year and can't wait. That is awesome. That's super exciting. Awesome. I'm all for people doing that. You know, like, especially after all of that hard work, you know, to see all the work that you put in, you know, because I know that that's one of the things for Felicia before she got her skin removal. She said that was so hard, is that she had that all of the skin there, which she lost a significant amount of weight. And so she didn't feel like she could really see her true body, you know, the work that she had done. So I know some people hate on the whole skin removal and plastic surgery and all that. That is not me. I'm like, more power to you.
If it makes, look,
I'm excited for you, J. Marie.
Whatever makes you guys happy, whatever makes you happy in your skin, don't worry about what anybody else says or thinks. It's your body. You got to live with yourself till you die, not with other people.
You can read this one. I think we've almost made it to the bottom. So this will probably be our last one. You go ahead.
Having come from a keto lifestyle, would you recommend people following keto to lose the initial weight like we did, or jump and follow macro counting to start? This is what I recommend to clients and recommend to people that reach out for macros, because I get this question every once in a while. People that just found me from watching my older keto videos and they see what I'm doing now and they're like, whoa, what the hell, you know? But I always tell people, if you have history of diabetes in your family, or if you have problems with blood sugar and things like that, then you definitely need to do like a lower carb keto lifestyle to jumpstart with. But if you have no issues with any of that, I don't suggest eliminating an entire food group. You could definitely do macro counting and have all food groups in a healthy way, not be as restrictive. That way you're more successful with your weight loss in the long run. That's what I suggest.
Yes, but coupled with that, because yes, I second everything she just said. Also, though, the macro counting, as long as you don't go overboard with if it fits your macros, because that can get out of hand too. And if you are eating Snickers every single day when you are first starting out, you're going to continually crave Snickers, and you're going to crave sugar, and those kind of carbs coming from that and sugar will definitely make it harder on your weight loss journey, because the majority of us that come in needing to lose an ish ton of weight definitely have a sugar addiction, and eating sugar begets eating more sugar, you know, like that is true. So you do have to not cut out carbs or cut out even sugar completely. But in the beginning, it definitely is more beneficial, I think, to cut out some of those treats until you can get a more comfortable relationship with food, learn how to track your macros, learn even what macronutrients are, and just, learn about health. That's the one thing that I am definitely thankful for keto, is because I learned even what a nutrition label, which, I mean, I guess any health journey I would have went on, I would have eventually learned.
I feel like we dissected it more because of that, and it has helped us now. Like,
you wouldn't even have known a dietary fiber or sugar, alcohol, like the things under it, different kinds of fats,
ingredients,
you wouldn't have
all that stuff
known. And that's why keto is more attainable in the beginning for people, because it does help you to kind of get away from that sugar and not crave it as much. But then people go to all the keto treats, and so then that does it. You have the mindset that I actually posted something on Instagram this morning. The mindset that got you overweight isn't going to get you healthy. So there has to be a shift there, no matter. That's why people can lose weight on many different ways of eating, because you have to just shift that mindset. And you know what I mean? So that all the sugary things, they look awesome if it fits your macros. And there is a level of that is true, but you still have to kind of rein it in and choose healthier options more often than not.
And I don't feel like you should, I think so. To piggyback on that, I don't think you should, like I said, unless you have a medical need, that you should be doing keto. And like Jen said, if you can't just do if it fits in your macros in the beginning, because you are coming from an overweight space and you've been eating that stuff excessively. So if you keep incorporating that, you're more likely to just fall off your plan and just keep going to what you're doing. And we have, Jen and I both on our channels have so many different alternatives to having something that will fit a particular craving, whether it be if you're doing just everything, just a macro type of lifestyle. If you're wanting pasta, you can still have pasta, just choose a different type and you have a different recipe. If you want ice cream, there's protein ice cream, or there's different types of desserts you can make that are higher protein, lower calorie, that you won't feel deprived, you won't feel restricted of a whole food group, but you're not eating the straight up Little Debbie's,
And in our opinion, we don't believe anymore, through trial and error in our own lives and with clients, and being, now a few years into this journey, we know now that you don't need to cut out carbs because you had too many Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a banana. Those things did not make our country or the world overweight, so those are the kinds of things that I wish that I would have known earlier on, well, let me half this size of broccoli because that's too many carbs, that's
it's vegetables, come on. And fruit. Exactly. It's vegetables and fruit, it's crazy. But, and some people see me eating regular treats now as well. I'm not having them on a daily, but I am at a point where I've been doing this for so long. I'm disciplined to know that I can have one M&M ice cream thing like I had last night for the first time. I can have one and I'm satisfied. I don't have to go in and eat the whole box. Now, 230-pound me wouldn't have been able to do that. So
Right. That's I guess the whole thing in a nutshell is that yourself. And I tell people that and my clients all the time, at the end of the day, yourself. Yeah. Can you eat one chocolate covered peanut?
Yeah.
If you can't eat one serving and put it down, and know that at whatever time of night or whatever day, you're not going to go back in there and just polish off the entire bag, then, just don't bring those in the house. That's not where you're at yet.
Right.
And until you have that White Castle copycat sliders. I mean, all sliders are just heaven. But really quick too, before we go, we are going to have a protein series coming out on our channel together. So you guys be looking out for that. We'll give more deets about that upcoming, because we'll finalize some more stuff before we go, but we will have one coming next week. So
we got a lot of protein stuff coming. So we're excited about it.
Because that's a question that both of us get a lot on our YouTube channel, on Instagram with our clients. That's a recurring theme struggle that we see with people on their health and fitness journey. So we want to help you guys out with that. And again, on both of our channels, there are a gazillion full days of eating, full weeks of eating, all of that to go and see exactly how we eat, our macros. Even as our macros change, the foods can change, some stay the same. So you can see that in all of us.
We put those out there for you guys to give you ideas, like, but you don't have to carbon copy them exactly if they don't fit in your macros. Like, just adjust the weight of the chicken or the rice or whatever to make it fit you, but you still have the same exact idea and recipe, you know?
Absolutely. And you have an awesome thing for recipes. What is Elise Ellis's thing? You always have it linked down below.
I have it linked in all my videos, macro-friendly foods. And if you use Burgess, you get a discount. But it's awesome because she just started this, a couple of months ago. So if you sign up new, you get access to all of her recipes. Whereas before you were signed up monthly and you got it every single month, you didn't get anything prior from when you signed up. So let's just say you sign up now, you get not only June 2022's meal plan, but you get 2 years prior. It's crazy.
See, I am not somebody that likes to print out, and I don't like the PDF, so that's why I didn't do it. But now she has the app. So I actually think I am going to sign up through your link. I'm going to bite the bullet and do it.
It's so awesome. So like a lot of people were confused though, because they're like, well, Nicole, it's not really an app. It's just like a tab on her website. You can make any tab on a website like an icon on your phone to just click on it and it goes straight there. So like, it's not.
Who knew that?
I found out
right now. I am today years old when I am learning this this second.
And I can't take credit like I know technology because somebody on Elise's page, like she didn't even know that. And somebody in her stories was like, Elise, you know, a lot of people are complaining it's not an exact app. And she's like, but you can put any like homepage, like if you want to put American Eagle on as a thing, you can make it on your desktop on your phone and you just click on it and it goes straight to the app part of her website, and then you can access it like an app. Like it goes straight there instead of having
that's an app.
Yeah.
That's all the things of an app.
Instead of having to go through like all the bells and whistles, you know, and like I know y'all.
So now how does somebody figure out how to do that? Because I wouldn't know how to do that. How would somebody, is there like a video somewhere that, how did you learn how to do it?
I just did what the girl said on the stories, but just go.
She was on the stories. Gotcha.
Just go to Google and just put how to make a website, a desktop icon on your phone or whatever. Look, Apple users add it to home screen. Yeah, I have Android, so it may be a little bit different.
The share icon. Thank you.
It's crazy. Awesome. So when you get on there and you actually have her thing on there, then you can go straight to the app portion and you can go to like all recipes and click on it and it'll pop up. You can search for anything. So like when you're in the grocery store and you're like, man, like what can I make that has ground turkey? You can type in ground turkey and all of her recipes with ground turkey pop up. It's crazy.
I mean, genius. What a one-stop shop.
Yeah. And like it even makes it has.
That's an awesome resource. And how much is it every month?
It's less than $10 a month because if you use my code,
coffee a month.
It's $9.99, but if you use Burgess, it gets you like 10% or something off or 15%. Nice. I don't remember. But it's per month, but it's over 500 recipes because you not only get the monthly recipes and all the ones backdated, but she posts recipes twice a month on her Instagram for free. And she puts those in the app as well. Now, the brand new ones, she's having a hard time getting the new ones in there pretty fast. But she's got a lot of old ones from Instagram on there too. Right. She has like besides the monthly meal plan, she has a breakfast, lunch, and snacks like download. You guys get that? I paid for all that crap ahead of So a lot of people were mad. A lot of people that have been with her from the beginning were kind of upset because we've paid for all these things and then people knew for $10 basically, you know.
But you know, when you learn even her as a business owner, you know, she's like trying to make things more feasible for people, more accessible, all of that. So that just comes with the territory.
They paid, I don't even want to, I mean, she said some stupid number on her stories as far as what they paid to set up this app portion of the website. It was ridiculous how much they paid for it. And she was like, in order to wean out like who bought something ahead of time and who didn't, she's like, it would have taken like 3 more years to like half knowing.
Thank you. Somebody says, Carolyn, would you be open to trying a recipe with plant-based protein like Impossible Meat? Me would be a no.
Me would be a no as well.
Yeah, no. I'm not even sure what is that consist of ingredient wise, but I am a meat eater and I just want the nutrients from like real meat. No hate to anybody that does it any other way. That's just my personal thing.
Same. And somebody said earlier, there was a comment about the nut butters not being vegan.
I saw that. Yes.
They have one. The Coley's almond butter is a vegan almond butter. So
is that the only one they have currently right now?
Yes.
I have. Okay. All right. Here we got one more. Look, I said we were going to be done like 3 ago. Because now we've been on.
Okay. So Anna Marie's saying you have to pay extra for that. I don't think it's much though. And it's worth it because she has a ton of lunch and breakfast recipes in that one little edition. So you would buy that separate and it would go to the app once you purchase it. So it's definitely worth the extra for that to be able to access it in the app.
Okay. So the breakfasts don't come with the app?
Apparently not. I bought it ahead of time, so it was already on my app, but apparently you have to buy that separate. But you get Instagram recipes and every single monthly meal plan that she's had since like 2019. So which is over 500. It's over 500 recipes. And like I said, it's so crazy because
and guys, it's not easy coming up with all recipes and macros and like having all of that in one place. That's like a killer resource for a really killer deal.
A good price. Yeah. And she puts, you know, I follow her closely on
Instagram. I struggle to come out with like one recipe.
I know, right?
And it's like one that I've like found from somebody else.
Why
and it's hard. I didn't even create it myself.
Why do you think I signed up for her stuff? Because I was like, girl, help me out. Like, I'm tired of thinking about it, you know? And it just makes it effortless to be able to go on there and say, like, this is what I have in the freezer. Let me type in the ingredient. What am I making this week? You know? And I will say there has maybe been 2 things where I was like, not my favorite from trying for her. And y'all know I've tried multiple things. But it wasn't so much though. I will say it was on Elise's part. It was me like changing different ingredients that she had suggested, you know, so
I mean, and not every recipe, you don't have to like everyone, you know what I mean? We're all different. Our tastes are different. It's okay.
Exactly.
Like that's no stain on her, even if you didn't like them, because that's just part of life. Somebody asked, Peggy says, does Elise Ellis have keto recipes?
She has
you can keto-fy really anything.
Right. No, she doesn't have just straight up keto recipes. All of her recipes are, the whole point is macro friendly food. So she tries to prioritize protein with every single recipe she puts out, and then it be within calories for most people. And you can adjust
she has all of that stuff pre-plugged into MyFitnessPal. People have that, right?
Yep. Which is awesome too.
What is this? Anna Marie says, add on when you go to purchase dinners. So are dinners and breakfast separate? So what does the app just come with lunch?
No, the app is when you pay the less than $10 or whatever, the app has all her monthly recipes that have been released or will be released in the future because she comes out with them every single month. So many recipes she adds to her, and you still get the PDF too. So some people don't like the app and they like the old school binder. She still has the PDF you can download, but they all get sent to the app as well. So when you sign up, the only thing that you will not get is the breakfast, lunch, snack combo, extra little cookbook thing that she had, I guess. But you will have every single monthly plan that she has released. So
there you go. Awesome. Last one, unless you guys have any more questions. Will this live be saved? And prayerfully, if we do everything correct on this, prayerfully that should be saved on both of our channels. So we'll let you guys know in a few minutes when we do this, because we'll be really sad if not.
I know, right?
I think that it should be. When I did the test run last night, I only did like 8 or 9 second live, but once I ended the stream, then I went back on my channel and it was still there. So and we're doing everything the same now. So prayerfully, if everything goes all right, both of these should be saved. And we will be doing these more in the future, especially now that we've kind of learned the ins and outs of it. So that way we get to like interact with you guys in real time and get questions and answers and all the fun things. And I don't know, do we have anything else?
I think that's good enough for today. I'm ready to go. Speaking of nut butter, I'm going to dive in.
Oh, it's Friday. It's time for nut butter. So we've been holding you out now. I'm ready to go hit a snack. And I was going to do my steps before I jumped on here, but then it's Florida heat. And I was like, I'm going to come in looking like a drowned rat. I already was looking like a mess from the gym. So I at least knocked that out. So we're going to go knock out some steps. Great job, ladies. Thanks for taking time to chat.
I'm at 9,000. I've been doing my steps around the island because it's too hot to be out there. I can't.
No, you know I love the sun, girl.
No.
I'm slacking. I'm only at 4,000, not even.
Hey,
So
girl.
I got to get my butt moving.
Well, look,
I've been sitting at this computer trying to figure out how we were going to do this damn thing.
I know.
Since my workout this morning. So this is where I've been sitting all day.
Props to my girl for figuring out all the technology. I was getting all my steps. I get my steps in like in between my sets at leg day. I lap it, you know.
I know I do too, but my new gym's only about this big. So 2 steps back and forth, 2 steps back and forth.
Like you're at home. So I mean,
yeah, it does the trick. So me and little guy, he's over here patiently waiting.
Yeah, he's like, I'm waiting, Mom.
Up. He's got, but you're not going to wear that shirt because you're going to
be slippy down.
You need something cooler, bud. All right. So I love chatting with you, lady. And thank you for jumping on. And thank all of you guys for being here with us. We still have 120 some people on here. Wow. So they've hung out with us. Yeah, they've been hanging strong with us.
I can't see any of that. You get to see all that. I'm out.
Yeah, we still have that many on here. So, and we've been on almost an hour and a half. So
awesome. Thank y'all for joining us on your Friday. We appreciate it.
Tweaking recipes to make it work. That's how we got to do it. Love that. And we love you guys. And thank you so much for joining. We will tell you guys in the future when we're going to do this again.
We'll try to give y'all some more notice next time because I know some people like to know way ahead of time.
Yeah. And yeah, we weren't sure how this was going to play out. So we were kind of like, and we thought we were going to have to do it on both channels and like end one and start another one. Now we know better. So thank you guys so much. You guys have an awesome weekend. Don't derail yourself, enjoy yourself, but don't go overboard and go crazy.
Yep.
And have an awesome weekend. And I'll talk to you in a little bit, Nicole.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.